Hi, this is Kazemi, and I'm here with Skylar. Skylar, tell us a little bit about your project.
Yeah, sure. So my project is a website called Mile One Running Club, and it's tailored for beginner runners who are interested in getting training plans for whatever their first race might be, whether that's a 5K, a half marathon, or a marathon. So a lot of things on the internet are really tailored to experienced runners. So with this, you can register. If we just go here, and then you can enter some information. I don't know what you want your username to be. I can just make it CS50 for right now.
Great.
Call it CS50. Actually, I'm gonna call it David Malin. Awesome. Okay, and then say you're training for a 5K, and say the race is 10 weeks away. You hit register, and this will record all of your information. You can then click for your training plan. And this basically breaks down your training plan into exactly how many weeks you entered, and it has a clear build-up period where you're increasing in mileage in preparation for the race, and then it draws back the mileage so that the week before the race you're really just resting and preparing. So this kind of reflects just some basics about running in general, but it is really tailored for people who have no experience and couldn't be able to find this information anywhere else.
So it seems like you have a lot of expertise about running. How did you translate that into the code and into building the website?
Yeah, so the highlight of the website is definitely the training plan algorithm. So what I basically did was just go back from, just experience. So I did cross country and track all 4 years of high school, and just had an idea of what the maximum mileage that a beginner could possibly train up to. So I first chose the maximum mileage of each different race. So for the 5K, the maximum mileage is 8. For a half marathon, the maximum mileage is 14, and for a marathon, it's 20 miles. So these are all values you should be able to run prior to your race in order to really perform well. So then I took that and basically just did some calculations to have the percent buildup in your plan. So that's about 70% of the time you should be increasing in mileage. And then the rest of the time, so the next 30%, is when you're decreasing in mileage. And then it also has a pretty logical progression in terms of the percent increase in the total mileage per week that you're running. And that's just kind of to prevent injury, so you're not increasing too fast or trying to run too many miles too soon, so you'll get injured. Yeah.
And what was the most difficult thing when you were building this website?
I would say that the most difficult part of it was definitely the design of this. So the training plan, it's something that I've been really familiar with for a lot of time in terms of building some for myself and my teammates, but I don't have any prior coding experience, so this class was definitely an experience. And so learning how all the different pieces of web programming work together, how to fit HTML with CSS and JavaScript, that was definitely the most challenging part. Yeah.
And can you just walk me through the export as PDF, because that just seems like the last step. I don't know, it seems really interesting.
Yeah, so basically you just export it as a PDF, and then it'll save it to your desktop. Yeah.
Wonderful, nifty.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna have to go run after this. All right. Thank you so much, Skylar. This is a great project, and it looks beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
This is Kazemi, and this was CS50.